Today I want to make a video about a very powerful tool called NotebookLM that can help Ugandans with their data. It's one of the best places that can pull all your data so that you're able to research or analyze data. Not only that, it has a powerful studio that will help you to create videos, to create data tables, and lots more. But before I dive into it, I want to explain what NotebookLM is using a video I created with NotebookLM. So let's dive in straight away.
We always think of AI as this thing that knows everything. But what if its biggest strength was, well, knowing almost nothing? Or, more specifically, knowing only what you tell it to know? Today, we're going to dive into an AI that does exactly that. It becomes an expert on just one thing, your information. We're talking about NotebookLM.
Oh man, we've all been there, right? You're drowning in research papers, a mountain of documents for a project, and you are just completely overwhelmed. So you think, hey, I'll ask an AI for help. But what do you get? Either super generic answers, or even worse, it just straight up makes stuff up. It's a massive problem. So yeah, how do you find an AI you can actually trust? Okay, so let's get into the research riddle. Look, if you're a student, a researcher, anyone who deals with a ton of information, the big challenge is always the same, isn't it? How do you pull together all this specific information and know for sure that it's accurate? This is exactly where most of the big general AI tools kind of fall flat.
So think about the big names, right? Your ChatGPTs, your Geminis. They're incredibly powerful because they've basically read the entire internet. But that's also their weakness. It means they can hallucinate. That's the term for when they just invent facts or sources that sound totally real but are completely fake. And look, if you need to be accurate for your work, that is an absolute deal breaker. So, okay, if the problem is an AI that knows too much and can't be trusted, then the solution seems pretty simple, right? You need an AI that only knows what you personally give it. And that, right there, is the huge idea behind Google's NotebookLM. And honestly, it's a total game changer. All right, so here it is, NotebookLM. The best way to think about it isn't as some know-it-all chatbot. Instead, imagine it's a super smart research assistant that you get to train yourself. Its entire world, its whole universe of knowledge, is built only from the stuff you upload. And this comparison just nails the key difference. On the left, you've got your traditional AI, right? It's pulling from this massive, kind of chaotic public library of the internet. But NotebookLM, on the right, it's like it's working inside a locked room. And in that room are only the sources you put there. It literally can't bring in any outside info, which means it can't make things up. This leads us to its superpower, and it's a concept called source grounding. So here's what it means. Every single answer NotebookLM gives you is tied directly back to your documents. It even gives you little citations. You can just click a number in the answer, and bam, it shows you the exact sentence or paragraph it came from. This is huge because it makes everything you get instantly verifiable. Okay, so that's the big idea. But how does it actually work? Like, how do you go from a messy folder of digital files to clean, useful answers? Well, it's actually incredibly straightforward. First off, you can feed this thing almost anything. I'm talking PDFs, your Google Docs, your slides, even sheets. You can just drop in web links, transcripts from YouTube videos, and yep, even audio files. You just gather up everything that's relevant to your project and upload it. And the workflow itself is so simple. It's basically 3 steps. Step 1, you upload all your sources. That creates what's called a notebook, which is like your project's private brain. Step 2, you just start asking it questions. Seriously, just chat with it in plain English like you're talking to your documents. And then step 3, you get back an answer that is built only from your stuff, complete with those amazing little citations we talked about. But okay, getting answers to your questions, that's really just the beginning. This is where it gets really cool. NotebookLM also has this seriously powerful creative side that's designed to help you turn all that research into totally new things. Yeah, this is where it gets really fun. There's a feature called the Studio, and it's not really about asking questions. It's about telling it what to create. It takes all that grounded, trustworthy information and helps you build completely new stuff from it, often with just a single click. And just look at the kind of things you can make. You can instantly generate an audio overview, like a mini podcast of your notes. You can get a script for an explainer video, a mind map to see how all the ideas connect. It can spit out study guides, flashcards, briefing docs, FAQs, even the framework for a slide deck. It's like having a content creation engine that runs entirely on your own trusted material.
This quote really captures that aha moment. Someone just said, I can do an audio, like a podcast. Okay, I can do a video. And that's it, right? That's the moment you realize this isn't just a tool for finding stuff. It's a creative partner that can bring your information to life in ways you hadn't even thought of. Okay, so this is an incredibly powerful tool, especially since there's a free plan. But like with anything, it's good to know the limits, the basic guardrails, so you can use it effectively. First things first, let's talk capacity. You can create up to 100 different notebooks. Just think about that. Each one can be a totally separate workspace for a different project, a different class, a different client, whatever you need. That is a ton of organizational power. And it gets better. Inside each of those 100 notebooks, you can add up to 50 individual sources. That is a seriously massive knowledge base. Imagine 50 different documents, articles, videos, all working together as one brain for your project.
Now, for those awesome creative studio features we were just talking about, there is a daily limit on the free plan. You get to generate 3 audio or video type things per day, and that resets every 24 hours, so you get a fresh batch every day. So just to pull it all together, here are the key limits. You've got your 100 notebooks, 50 sources per notebook, and those sources can be big. We're talking up to 500,000 words. You get 50 chat questions a day, and for the really heavy-duty stuff, you get 10 deep research sessions a month. For a free plan, that's incredibly generous.
And finally, let's talk about maybe the most important question of all, privacy. So here's the deal. The stuff you upload is for your eyes only. Google is very clear on this. They do not use your content to train their AI models. Your personal knowledge stays personal. Period.
So when you boil it all down, NotebookLM is really offering a whole new kind of relationship with AI. It's one that's built on trust, on verification, and on your own expertise. It's an AI that learns from you, not the other way around. So really, the only question left is, what are you gonna build with an AI that basically thinks like you do?
Okay. All right. So let's get back. So how do you create a notebook? It's a matter of clicking create new. So remember, you can create up to 100. So this is the first notebook you create. And here it is. So search the web for new sources. So I can search the web right here. Okay. Or I just drop a link here or any of that. But what I'll do is close this and you go to add sources. And I will drop a link. For example, because I'm Uganda, I'm going to use a link that has Ugandan statistics or data. And this is data report, Digital 2026 Uganda. I'll copy this link and I'll just go in and add. I'm going to add the file, okay? Add it here. Just click. So when that happens, you see here becomes a source you've added. So you can go ahead and drop a number of data sources as you wish, okay? You can go to YouTube, drop the link. You can also go ahead, if you have it in your local drive, go ahead and drop it. And it's already shared with us some little information from the link that I had. But what's very important at this moment is how to utilize the studio. Let's generate, one of the powerful things about this is I can do an audio, like a podcast, okay? I can do a video, okay? I can do a slide deck, like I say still in beta, but it's good. I can do a slide deck. I can do a mind map. Basically, it categorizes and organizes for you where all this wants to go. I can do flashcards and I can do infographics. Okay, so I gave you an example of a data table. Let's do the audio. Let's just hear the audio. So it's analyzing from the source I've given it, and it's going to generate an audio that's like a podcast. Okay. All right, so our source is finally here. And it may take a bit of time depending on how heavy your sources are or how big your data, your input is. But let's just listen to the audio.
I want you to imagine a country that is growing so fast, it feels
Okay.
like it's unfolding in fast forward.
Oh, yeah. Fast forward is definitely the right word for it.
Right. Because, we often talk about aging populations in places like Europe or Japan, where the median age is pushing well into the.
And it's interesting
That is
that
exactly
the
what we are
discussion
exploring
going
in
on is
today's deep
about
dive. We are
Uganda.
looking at the
Okay.
digital landscape
A
of
conversation
Uganda
between
in
two people.
2026.
Let's try and generate the video. I want us to see how the video will look like. So an explainer video is what we're going to go for. Or we could do an overview to help you quickly grasp the core ideas from your sources. But I love the explainer video. Let's do the explainer video and yeah, leave it at auto select. Okay, our video is ready. But again, I need to let you know, this process could take a little time, maybe 10, maybe 15, depending on how your data is or how you're generating. I mean, how much data you need generating or how you've instructed it to generate. So let's listen into the video. And this is our video right here. Let me make a big screen.
Today, we're diving into Uganda's digital future, using the Digital 2026 report as our guide. And what we're going to find is a story of incredible potential, but also some really profound challenges. And believe it or not, it all revolves around one single extraordinary number. And this is it, 16.9. If you want to understand Uganda's future, this is the number you need to know. It's the median age of the entire country. Think about that for a second. Half of Uganda's population is younger than 17 years old. This isn't just a fun fact, it's a massive wave of digital natives who are about to come online. So, to really get a handle on how this super young generation is going to connect, we first have to figure out, where they actually are. And that brings us to a really crucial piece of this whole puzzle, the divide between the city and the countryside. And wow, look at this. Nearly 3/4 of Uganda's population, almost 72%, they live in rural areas. Right away, that paints a picture of a massive challenge for digital infrastructure. I mean, trying to get reliable, fast internet to the majority of the population, that's the first huge hurdle to overcome. And just to give you some scale, we're talking about a nation of.
Okay, so this is something you just need to go and present to your audience. Instead of you presenting probably, the presentation, how we used to do the slides, this is just a very good way to go and make a presentation before maybe a panel, maybe you have an audience, or you're just presenting or pitching an idea to people. This is a perfect way to do it. Okay, let's go back to the studio. Let's look at what I know it's still in the beta, but let's give it a shot. Let's do a slide deck. Okay, so we can clearly see our slide deck. Let's look at how the slide deck looks like. And this is really beautiful too. You can see that. The power of slides. Just click this and I'll do this. See that? This is a powerful slide deck and yet it's still in the beta phase. Okay. Wow. Wow. You can see such a powerful slide. Okay. This helps you present as well. But you see how it's quickly done for you using NotebookLM. Let's go back to the studio. I want us to now look at what a mind map looks like. The mind map is generated much faster than the others. The things that take a lot of time are the audio and the video, but you can clearly see this is it. So this is a mind map. Let me see if I click this. You see that, how powerful that can be? You see that? Wow. Social media landscape. You see total identities. Now this is really nice. Okay. And this is a tool, again, I would urge every person in data or any person that does presentation in Uganda to get acquainted to as fast as they can. It will take you or save you tons and tons of time generating content or doing this manually the way we used to do. NotebookLM is the tool to use. Okay, I can just go back and focus on the landscape, or I can just go back again. Okay, focus on the media platforms and go back. Okay, you see that population profile, I can go back to. You see that, and I can take it back. Oh, look at that. So this is a mind map. I hope you have got an idea of how it's such a beautiful tool. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead. Let's see how the flashcard looks like. So give it a bit of time. The mind map was quick. Let's see how the flashcard takes time. Okay, looks like the flashcard equally takes quick time to be generated. Okay, it's much faster. It's almost same as the mind map. And let's look at it. All right. So very perfect for students. What was the total population of Uganda as of October 2025? Okay. So it's more of the questions, and let's look. I'm supposed to give an answer to it, okay? And if I fail the answer, it will tell me I failed the answer. If this is correct, got it. So what was the annual population growth rate in Uganda for the year leading up to late 2025? I don't know. Maybe a rate of 10%, 2.7%. So I failed it, okay? So it's a perfect thing for students. Very, very perfect for students, especially. Passing questions. Okay, that's the power of flashcards. So you've clearly seen how it works. And there are 75 questions. Wow, that's a lot. So you could enter in your data there. For example, you have a team building session or an interactive session that you're going to group up members and ask them questions, and whoever wins takes the trophy of the day or something like that. A flashcard is perfect. Okay, so we have seen a flashcard. Let's go back and look at the infographic. It's still in beta phase 2, but let's give it a try. The infographics was as well fast. Let's look at our infographics for you to have an idea. Perfecto. You can see this, Uganda's Digital Horizon 2026 Connect and Growth. I hope you can all see this, or I need to zoom in a little. Let me just see. Yep, you can see that. The connectivity landscape, the 22% internet adoption, and this summarized for us everything in one place. Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. You can just download this and share if you need. Click the 3 dots up here and download it. Okay, let's look. Let me just get back. What are we left with in the studio? The quiz. Quiz. So here is the quiz. Very good for students when there are some form of competitions or something like that. But it gives us the options. Okay. For example, as of Uganda 2025, what was the total population of Uganda according to the United Nations data? A, B, C, D. You see that? So it even tells you hint. Consider the figure that includes the 2024 baseline and the 1 million person annual increase. Okay. Whatever it is, I could just say, okay, the thing is, I know what it is. I know it's A, okay? But you can see that says you're right. Let's go to next. What's the median age of Uganda's population at the end? I know it's about 17. It's this one. Okay, go to next. What percentage of Uganda's population lived in rural areas in the late 2025? Okay, in the rural areas should be this one, I suppose. Okay, I failed that. But you can see, perfect quiz. Okay, please, this is something you all need to try. Schools, if you have any form of quiz internally within your organization, or you have it at team building, please do not waste a lot of time. I mean, we had a lot of manual ways of getting or drawing this for people. You can have it right here in NotebookLM. Okay, and then the last is a data table, which I had already shared, I think, earlier. But still, for our purposes, let me generate it so that you get to know all what's in the studio of NotebookLM. And it's ready. And there it is. Okay. Let me expand the view. Here it is. So we had clearly one source. And remember, you can add up to 50 sources, okay? If you wish. So depending on the amount of data you have. But this is beautiful, okay? This is really, really beautiful. You see this table? You know, and you can go ahead and share it with someone. Okay. So yeah, I love this. This is good content. Let me like it. So that is really all the summary I had for you with the NotebookLM. If you're a person that is having lots of data, want to research and have lots of data, this is the perfect place to come to. You've seen clearly how you could get your podcast, make a video, the explainer video. You could do a flashcard, you know. You could do the data table, you know. It's the best place anybody needs to work off moving forward. If you want the best of your data, the best of results, the best of presentations, the best of interaction or mind games or questions that that somebody has options to choose, NotebookLM is the place to go. All right. I hope this video has been useful. Please, again, don't forget to like, to share, and to subscribe to the channel so that more people who could be interested in NotebookLM in Uganda can land on this video. All right. Hope this tutorial is good. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.